Nice.
Oh, man, guys, I was doing some solid work in the true second office this week.
You're pooping.
Yeah.
Nice.
And, it's just one of those times where you just kind of reflect and random thoughts come in your head. And I was thinking, Goofy is the only classic Disney character who has had sex.
Because he's got a kid. He's got a kid.
Mickey has nephews.
Yep.
Donald Duck has nephews. But Goofy has a son.
Damn.
Can you just imagine what that would have been like? That guy, Goofy, just getting down.
Who do you think? Who do you think is? Who do you think it is?
So, okay, let's.
Gee, everybody!
just like.
Goofy's getting swerve on.
Okay, let's just fire it up.
Goofy's smacking cheeks.
I will. I also have to you guys are crazy if you don't think that's been made and is on some website at this point.
I think it's that hussy Clarabelle.
I guarantee.
I didn't realize how qualified we all were to make these voices, but
We're doing all right.
damn good cast here.
We're doing all right. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like that's a Google away if you're actually that curious.
Well, I'm not.
Okay.
I mean, I was like, really, this is what.
How long were you, wait. How long were you in the bathroom going through your phone looking for this?
Well, I mean, I at least spent another 30 seconds in the bathroom after I had the original thought.
Oh, you had time to cuddle.
That's all it took. That's all it took. Hey, everybody. Welcome to Second Office with Doc. Dog's back. Jop, Brandon, Trevor. Some things have happened since last week, I guess.
Yeah, 7 days have passed.
We do weekly here. So we'll start with this, just so we can get this off our dang chest. The Thunder are the champions.
Woo!
Sucks. It sucks very much, right?
Yeah, it's gross.
Everyone hates it because it sucks, especially with Tyrese going down. That was the worst. This worst possible scenario for the first Game 7 in however many years, and if
It's 2016. Yeah.
seriously, and if your heart didn't just break for that kid as soon he hit the ground and was crying and slapping the floor and they held tough till halftime and then
Did you
bullshit.
see all three people who went down with Achilles injuries were 0 in the playoffs?
oh wow,
Yeah.
I actually did not.
And leg sleeves.
Is that correct?
I didn't know the leg sleeve part.
Mm-hmm.
Was the leg sleeve on the leg that got injured?
Yeah. I think they're all wearing double
Let's confirm that before we go into conspiracies. Let's confirm.
Nobody's buying those anymore.
Seriously,
Do you hear this,
though.
high schoolers?
That's actually crazy.
Take
though.
those off.
Double
That's really
leg
crazy.
sleeve / goofy sex. Got it.
What do you got?
Oh, I'm gonna go.
Nice.
Oh no!
We're off to a great start. Okay.
This is what I show up for.
I am not going to congratulate the Thunder. I will say amazing season to the Pacers.
To the refs. Cheers.
Did you guys feel in the second half of that game that it got a little out of hand when, for instance, like when TJ McConnell is bringing the ball up the court and he's across half court dribbling and Cason Wallace decides to literally hold his wrist to the point where TJ McConnell looks at the ref and says he's holding my wrist. Nothing's called. He tries to cross over with his wrist being held and the ball's stolen. And then FTA goes to the line for FTAs.
Ooh, FTA. I haven't heard that.
You haven't heard that one? I love that as his actual nickname. Yep, not SGA. It's FTA.
Yeah,
good at.
I saw that. I mean, it's not a surprise. We had to watch 5 games of that. It's
I
just
know.
how they play, and it's unfortunate that it's
Got rewarded.
awarded them a NBA championship. I mean, what sucks is if they didn't play the way that they play, I think I might like that team.
I don't
But
mind. I
it's
don't.
a bunch of young dudes that are like each other.
I know.
But it's just they play a disgusting brand of basketball, in my opinion.
And Lou Dort got away with that bullshit where you're just running up the court and one guy's just doing his thing, running without anyone on him, and he runs into him and falls down. Thunderball, SGA free throws.
Yeah,
It's in a game 7 when it's that close, that shit matters.
Yeah.
So I just hate it. everything that I've seen post championship from SGA confirms he seems like an awesome dude. He went in to check on Tyrese after the game. He says all the right things. His dad even said that he's more proud of the person he is than the basketball player he is, and that makes him a real champion. He seems like a great dude. He just flops like a bitch.
Yeah.
It just flops like a damn bitch, and I hate it.
Unfortunate.
It really is. Okay. So that was game 7. Continuing in the NBA, I suppose. The draft has happened, and I watched like most of it, even the second round, which they did on a separate day, which is stupid. I hated that.
Yeah, they should just do the whole thing.
Super stupid with the second round, where maybe there's going to be 1-2 players who get a second contract or find playing time, or either way, I watched it, and I'm going to ask your guys' opinion about the Wolves' second round draft pick because he's 7'4".
The second round draft pick?
from Australia, Rocco.
Yeah,
Anyways.
we're starting in the second round before we go first.
No, I'm not going to start with that, John. Jeez. Okay. But let's. Okay. Well, no. First, round of applause because the sale of the Wolves and Lynx has been finalized, approved unanimously by the NBA Board of Governors.
Awoo!
Awoo!
Ow!
4 years later.
Yeah, exactly.
And they're off to a great start.
They are. They truly are.
Picking 2 centers in the draft.
Do you disagree, Trevor?
No, I like the moves.
I do too.
It's fantastic because you know what that means, boys.
We're gearing up.
Rudy's getting shipped.
No, Rudy's going to mentor.
No.
We're gearing up for Wemby.
No,
we got to have multiple Wemby defenders.
No, I want him out.
You want Rudy gone?
I want him gone.
I wouldn't be super mad.
I've wanted him gone ever since I became a fan.
Depending on, okay, to be replaced with who?
The guy we just took in the first round.
Really, the 18-year-old, third youngest player in the draft.
Yeah, him and Naz, baby.
Been playing basketball for 4 years.
Well, that's fine.
Okay, I say that, but I can't. I'm psyched.
He started playing after the pandemic.
Correct.
Started playing basketball in 2022.
If you want to make people feel super old, that's all you have to say. Like, we're old boys.
I should reach out to Connolly and be like, hey, I've been shooting hoops since like '97.
I've been at the Y. I've been at the Y this year.
Like, geez Louise.
I'm 8 feet tall.
Exactly. On a serious note, it was really funny how the commissioner said his name, Beranger.
Ooh, I like that.
Beranger. I don't know. Okay, so Yohan Beranger. So I'm going to say it.
Nice.
Here's what he had to say about getting drafted here. Quote, "First, I will give everything for you." And this is his message to Wolves fans. Quote, "First, I will give everything to you. I will give my energy, my defense. I want to improve to be the best. I want to keep on this way. I want to keep on this way to practice hard every day. I'm very happy to have the chance to play for Minnesota. Doc, awoo."
Awoo.
Nice. I don't know. I'm excited. Give him a couple of years. I feel like he can maybe even find minutes this year because I think it was Connolly or someone within the organization who said that he's already an NBA level rim protector. This dude moves like a freaking gazelle at 6'11", like a sprinter. He moves well. I watched, of course I watched 5 minutes of highlights, and the one thing I was looking for is he can catch balls that are at or below his knees.
He can catch a ball.
He can catch a ball.
On Rudy.
Yes,
He can catch a ball. He can move. He can defend in space. I love it. Get Rudy out and get this kid minutes with Naz.
Yep. So he can guard not only the 5 but smaller as well. I don't know how small, but he can guard smaller. This dude can move. He can dunk from the free throw line.
Yep.
I'm there. I'm there. I'm
psyched for it. Yeah, I think he'll be great. I do wonder. Everyone's like, oh, well, what the fuck? Is that going to help us win now? People got to remember Ant's 23.
Yeah, we're trying to win for the next 10 years, boys.
That's what I'm saying. So,
There's a bit of history with the pedigree of late blooming big men too, who grew up playing soccer.
Really?
Yeah, Joel Embiid was the same way. Like, started playing. I'm not saying he's going to be Joel Embiid or.
No, you said it. You said it. Awoo.
Hakeem Olajuwon.
Oh,
but both those guys are very late to basketball in their lives. Grew up playing soccer until they outgrew soccer.
Yeah.
Which I think is why he moves so well. And he started rising up the draft boards real late in the draft process too. was basically unknown last year, and now has shot up. I read something that said he was the fastest riser in the draft. So, who
Well,
knows,
and I
maybe
think
if the draft goes in a couple more months, maybe he would have risen even further.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
I already saw that too, where like a lot of people were shocked that so many other centers went before him, and that he fell to where he fell to.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm there. I'm all in.
No, I saw he was pretty unanimously between like 10 and 18 and in that range. The Duke center who went looks sweet. He at number 10. He looks great to the Suns.
Like Mamba.
Maluak.
Yeah, Malua.
Yep, he looks super good too, but
Bust.
I forget the guy who was interviewed about the pick. He was the first guy in the Wolves or to be interviewed about him. But then Connolly's even said that how much growth he's shown in the last year is insane.
He's 18.
Playing pro ball for Lithuania. Yeah, said he's one of the more unique prospects he's ever seen in his 30 drafts that he's been a part of.
I love it.
I'm excited.
Tim Connolly has a history of drafting well internationally too.
And centers, exactly.
Yep.
That's what I'm saying.
We can only hope.
We can only freaking hope. But all this said, we needed a backup center because Naz is not that backup center.
Well, no, he's going to be the
And-
starting center.
I mean, if we do continue on with Rudy, we've seen that Rudy is in the playoffs a situational player. We need to have some variety that we can throw out there.
Yes, exactly.
Hopefully
And
this and maybe our second round pick can contribute to that. as well.
exactly. Well, and that's kind of what makes Rudy such a freaking conundrum is because he leaves the floor, and we're incredibly worse at defense. He saw it in the playoffs all year long. But we also put up better offensive numbers, so it's.
So are you talking about Rasheer Fleming or are you talking about Joan Behringer?
Rasheer Fleming was a draft pick for another team.
Yeah, he was not.
It's that bullshit where they have
It's so
to say
stupid.
he went to the Timberwolves.
The
and
NBA
he
needs to
traded
fix that.
so-
Yeah, so he's not on the Timberwolves, Brandon.
Okay.
Our second round pick, it's Rocco. What's his last name?
Oh,
Zelensky or Zarinsky?
it's a Z name.
Monica Lewinsky.
Zakarsky.
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 Zakarsky. Yeah.
Also, he's kind of an opposite situation to Behringer, where he was like at the beginning of the season, he was projected to be a top 5, top 10 pick.
Right.
And then I think just his role with his team just kind of dissuaded the NBA, certain NBA scouts.
It's crazy how much that can swing to maybe getting picked in the second round to being considered.
A matter of months for Behringer too. So I like that we're kind of
Yeah.
attacking a problem from both ends, but regardless, it's like both guys have huge athletic upside.
Yes.
And it's just a matter of how do they adopt in the player development program, which we have a pretty damn good track record of
true.
producing good players.
recently, for sure. Yes.
Rocco is 7'2" without shoes.
Yeah, exactly. So with shoes,
That's
he's said to be
insane.
7'4". Like both these guys
He's
are
8 with shoes.
both these guys are shot blocking demons right now. So if they can figure out the other important shit too, then god dang. God
Yeah.
dang.
Well, go Bear.
Go Bear.
All year I was saying I want to, like when we were talking about trades, I wanted to get younger, I wanted to get stronger, more athletic. I feel like both of these trend in that direction. I like that we haven't moved Rob. I still want to see what Rob has.
Yeah,
You're
should-
talking about? I thought you were reading from your Tinder profile for a second.
nice.
Younger, stronger,
Yeah, I want
Athletic,
I want
flexible.
I want it to be a tall.
Here's me
dark,
10
handsome
years ago.
dog. Disney dog.
Connolly had some encouraging things to say about Rob. Said the organization's incredibly enthusiastic about him, and a year of learning, a year to get a bigger body, and Connolly even said when he was getting minutes it's funny, Connolly said this, when he was getting minutes last year, he showed great things. He said something very close to that, which was true. When like the numbers when Rob would play like 15 or more minutes compared to when he would play like 5 or less, he just, I don't know, he's more engaged and he does better, and the team does better.
We're not going to trade him.
No, and we traded up and took him with the 8th overall pick, so it'd be pretty damning if we were to move on at this point.
Yeah, maybe he could have contributed too if our coach would have played any of our young guys throughout the regular season.
I wonder. I do wonder because we saw what Shannon did when he came off the bench the last couple of games of the conference finals, and he looked great. And now I'm really excited for him too. And that's also kind of why I think there's the whole thing going into the year with 15 people on the roster, but why we traded pick 31 and Rasheer Fleming, who went there. Like, that dude looks good.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. The NBA draft has a way of showing highlight videos where you're like, this guy could be top 5.
You got to also remember
you know,
they're playing against non-association competition.
No, very true. So, but I don't know. His highlight tape is sweet. He's got a 3-ball and apparently he's decent on defense.
I mean,
too.
you gotta remember, like, everybody talks about how it's so hard to get from college football to the NFL. The percentage is that much smaller
in the NBA
to go to the NBA.
It's true. I know.
So I mean,
Yeah.
there's
And that's why we have to televise the second round of the draft.
there's 360 people, right?
Mm-hmm.
That truly make the NBA.
So what's 30 times? What is that? What is that math?
12
Sure. Yeah, and those 12, and not all of those 12 are
Get
playing
minutes, yeah.
exactly. So nice.
I wonder how our draft kind of tips our hand with how free agency is going to play out. Do we make a blockbuster trade or not? Because it did seem like it was just KD or bust, and now it's like,
Yeah.
all right, let's just flirt with being under the second apron and obviously retain a lot of our guys. I wonder who stays now of Julius. Who's our 3? Julius, and Naz.
Yep, exactly. I do have a Naz update provided by John Krasinski, but that's a good point, Trevor. It's like
it seems like it's more
Rudy has been rumored.
More long-term picture.
Yeah,
and there's potential that we end up keeping all 3 and ride out for a few more years before we really crack open the window and go for it here.
So I had the thought that that same thought that it looks like we are also planning for Ant's future by not going win now, and even though we're not geared up bad to win now, right? Like of course we'll not be the favorites, but we're going to compete next year.
I don't think Minnesota will ever be the favorites. I think they can have an all-star team, and everyone will play the market size like they do in the NBA. It's the stupidest thing in the world.
Look at OKC. I don't know. Like, OKC was the favorite. Like, well, after a certain point of the regular season, they were the favorite.
Sure.
Or maybe it was Boston. Maybe you're right.
I think there's just this negative stigma on Minnesota sports in general. I mean, maybe rightfully so.
No, we're flyover,
right?
It's a flyover state. Not everyone wants to be here until they actually live here, and then they're like, "Oh shit, Minnesota's sweet."
Yeah, and I'm guilty of that. I love it. I love it up
Yeah,
here.
you
I
too,
won't.
right?
I won't leave now.
Hell yeah,
Minnesota for life.
So here's John Krasinski on Naz Reid. Quote, Reid has already said he will opt out and become a free agent, but the Wolves remain confident that they can reach a deal to keep him in Minnesota, team sources said. I would love to keep Naz.
Yeah.
I'm very scared that we overpay. And I don't know what overpay is but that's the thing. There's only about one team who can give him like more than he may deserve, and that's Brooklyn. So if they decide like, hey Naz, here's $25 million a year, is that too much for you guys? For Naz?
Yeah.
Maybe.
It just depends on the other contracts too. Like, as long as we stay under the second apron.
From the headlines I've seen, it seems like we're probably losing Nah. Like, I know the Hawks are interested, and hopefully we can pull off a sign and trade and get a second out of it. Type deal.
Yeah, who cares though about seconds? Nobody cares about seconds. Get seconds out of here.
Well, yeah, mostly. So
I think we lose. Nah.
no.
But
Which bums me out. I feel like we can have him for less than we get Nas, and I might like that.
no,
You don't think Nah over Nas?
no,
No?
because doesn't Shannon Jr. play that role?
He's bigger. He's bigger. Nas, he's kind of
Shannon
like
would almost fill more of a Naz role than Nikhil. I'd say.
yeah. Shannon's like 6'6". Nikhil's like 6'5", but he plays like the kind of a 2-1 hybrid. So
I don't know. It's tricky, man. I need to study more about the whole second apron thing. It's a somewhat new mechanic in the salary cap.
So what about not at 12 million or Naz at 20? And I don't know how accurate those numbers are going to end up being. But
no, I think they're going to be.
You take Naz in that situation.
Yeah. I mean, just having that extra offensive piece who can get a bucket when you need a bucket. And he didn't have the greatest playoffs, but he had stretches where he got the buckets we needed out of him, especially in the Lakers series.
Man, dude, I think you try to keep all three and you get Rudy out of here.
Thoughts?
I'm not opposed to that.
Thoughts? Trevor?
No,
I know. I'm kind of there too.
I would really like to see the makeup of this team if Rudy left, because it's felt like we've almost been building around Rudy more so than Ant for several years, and that has brought us to the Western Conference Finals.
Sure.
But I do wonder what. Yeah, I'd be open to exploring that nonetheless.
I would too. That's a good point though. Like we have made moves where it's like, okay, we're making this move with Rudy as our center.
Yeah, well, even these backup guys, it's like they're going to be more if they start to develop and get playing time.
They're projects.
They're gonna learn to play alongside Rudy more so.
That's what I was thinking. Like we drafted these guys thinking, oh, Rudy can coach them up for the next year or two.
Yeah, he'll get them to the point where they can be like defensive rim protectors when he's off the floor. But in the meantime, they're hoping they can get some offense and they fill a defensive role that Naz just hasn't been able to carry. During his time here.
Yeah.
I think Naz is the problem.
It's all Naz's fault. There were times throughout the season, though, on a serious note, that it looked like maybe he was playing for a contract. I thought Naz was better during our Western Conference Finals run against... Okay, I don't know. Last season is the season that just ended. So I'm going to say 2 seasons ago, Naz was better than last season. And I don't know his splits. I don't know his splits, but just
I don't know why you guys hate Gobert so much. Why is the hate so heavy on Gobert?
I love Rudy, but it's like his
name is Gobert.
Gobert.
He was made for Minnesota.
He can be schemed against.
You guys know how much I hate everything, so I just hate him.
You fucking hate him too.
Is the Kirk Cousins of the NBA, where he brings you like such a nice floor.
Yeah,
that's gonna get you to the playoffs.
That's a good
point.
Just
get rid of that guy.
We don't need that. We don't need a floor.
Fuck that guy.
No, I want closers, baby. He's not a closer. He's not a killer.
We're only gonna play him 20 to 25 minutes.
Hey,
in the playoffs.
Game 5 against the Lakers would like a word with you.
Rudy Gobert, if you're listening to this, I love you.
You're right.
How about this trade? Rudy Gobert, Josh Minot. We can attach a couple seconds to San Antonio for De'Aaron Fox.
Easy.
Done.
Easy.
I love that. Yeah.
Easy. And I don't even think Fox is. I love Fox. I don't think he's like all NBA. He's probably right outside the top 5 point guards in the league.
You get him out of that system, and he's going to be terrible.
De'Aaron Fox.
The San Antonio system?
Yep.
Brandon's doing a good job. You're doing great, Brandon.
Gobert.
Very believable.
I think it's going to be interesting to see what the new owners, what they really want to do. What are they going to invest and be willing to spend to bring the first men's championship to Minnesota in a long time?
So true, though.
Yeah. I've read some reports that they're going to really invest in the business side because there's just been, the Taylors are the Taylors, right? There's so many inefficiencies, and we all saw it going to the game in the playoffs, right? Just look around. You're just like, what is going on at this place?
Yeah, totally. Yeah,
Target
Center is outdated. It's silly and outdated.
Stealing all these shirts.
They're just giving shirts away for free.
They gave this one kid 12 shirts, and I didn't get one.
I got confused for a second. Are we talking about the Timberwolves still or the Vikings? Did we switch subjects? Because I can't remember.
LOL, Brandon. That's not even a fair joke to make. The Vikes have maybe the best stadium in the league right now. Meanwhile, Target Center's trash.
Well, that's really because they have all that room without trophies to put up anywhere,
Okay. Okay. Okay, one more time. That was pretty good.
All right. Goofy's rubbing off on me still.
oh, Goofy.
Okay, I don't know.
You motherfucker.
I lost my place. Okay, that was a Naz update. Trevor, you had said that you were going to wait till the end of the season to give a fair evaluation of Finch.
He's
Very
not
interested.
in the hot seat.
I agree. Job.
TLDR, he's not in the hot seat.
Yep. Yep.
I just have a hard time because Japo, he to your point and to your credit, he says it at the end of the season that, you know, we have a deep bench and I want to get these guys involved more. And I hate it because it feels like it's just lip service. But at the same time, I'm like, are there structural organizational powers at play that say, hey, you have to play Mike Conley right now? We can't have as much Rob.
I think it's opposite. I think
I don't think
Tim
so either.
Connolly wanted him to play Rob.
I feel like Mike wouldn't give a shit. I could be wrong.
I think Connolly's the problem.
I don't understand it. I don't think it's as serious in the NBA where everyone's contracts are fully guaranteed regardless. But yeah, it's a head scratcher. It sucks because these were things that were said all throughout the regular season.
Yeah.
I would say that stretch of, was it like February or March, where all the young guys were playing.
And we were doing well.
We were kind of floating around 500 during that time.
But Rudy was out.
It was exciting to watch.
Rudy was out. DiVincenzo was out. Randall was
Julius.
out. Yep. So and
was
yeah,
really
I know,
exciting.
and we competed and hung in there at the very least. And I don't know, we saw all year long the bench pieces come in with limited minutes and provide a spark and not do poorly. There were very few instances where we're like, okay, they've taken us out of the game.
Except
And
for
then
the playoffs.
TJ just comes in during the finals and plays relatively flawless as you can in limited minutes.
Right.
Like, I thought he looked great.
He
And
did.
it's like, all right, why can't we just try like a little more Jalen Clark here?
Exactly, especially on defense against the Thunder when they got wings who fly around like crazy on offense. I know. I
So
want
we can all agree it's not Gobert's fault.
It's a good point, Brandon. Yeah, do not think much of what happened this season was Gobert's fault.
No, I think it's Connolly. He's the weak link.
Yeah, we definitely need to upgrade over Mike.
Exactly. Okay, so
We need closers, people.
that's what I'm saying. Okay, so sure, Rob can get more minutes this year. How much can we rely on him? And then also Mike. So I'm kind of worried.
It's an unanswerable question because we didn't see enough of Rob because of Finch.
Sure. How many?
Trevor look like an angel in the light right now?
How many? You're always an angel. How many? I don't know. I think Conley needs to
Retire.
I don't know. That's the thing. Okay, so if the Conley we got last year is the Conley we get this year, and then Rob is the question, that might it could that position could hurt us this season.
The answer is in your face.
Rob Dillingham,
And let's trade Rudy
maybe.
for a point guard.
Well, I don't even.
Doc, you son of a bitch!
I don't think it would need to be for a point guard. Like Jop said, it's unanswerable. We don't know what Rob can provide. Maybe he's a little bit of a liability on defense, but if he can figure that out and at least hustle and provide quickness on defense, that helps. But on offense, he's already got elite handles. He's got very good vision. In the first half of the season, when he was getting in games where he was getting real minutes, his 3-point shot was real. It fell off second half of the season when he would come in for a couple minutes at a time.
Yeah, but who's your rotational piece then, though? If like Connolly's gone,
Well, Connolly won't be gone.
No, I think he retires.
I don't think he's retiring, is he? He signed this is his second year of his 2-year.
Probably should.
I mean, maybe
he
struggled, but
he should. He'll be back.
Take him out to pasture.
I don't know. I think we don't necessarily. If that is our question, should we trade Rudy for a point guard? I don't think it necessarily has to be a point guard. It needs to be someone who can handle the ball though, and it needs to be a secondary creator because Ant can't continue to be triple teamed every single possession.
Exactly. Yes.
And then
That
everyone
Joppo
shits
was
on Ant.
dead on.
I don't know what happened with Dante.
All
feel like
playoffs.
no.
All playoffs.
I forgot about him. That's sad.
ridiculous.
That's
Like,
bad. I forgot about
I
him.
know. I thought he was going to pop off in the playoffs like he did with the Knicks.
Mm.
I'm still because of his contract, I'm still happy to have him on the team. But yeah, the playoffs, he couldn't hit shit. I think he had one good shooting game, one or two. Okay.
Yep. He was statistically the worst player in the playoffs.
Yes, exactly.
And does Finch realize that and go to Jalen Clark or TJ Shannon more? Nope.
He does not. Hey, that's okay. Good point. So that's how this question started. So Trevor, you say Finch is not on the hot seat. Jop, you think he should be?
Of course, I think he should be. I mean,
Sure.
Again, as I say, he's the best coach we've ever had in franchise history. But I think
we need a closer.
Yeah.
Well, to that point, I like the point you make, Jop, about like the history of coaches getting a team who hasn't been there up to the point of competition, but then making the change to get them over the hump.
Right. I don't know if I've talked about that on. Have I talked about?
I think it's only been text messages.
Well, I had that. That was a while ago. I was saying that, but there's a few examples where, specifically one that I can think of. Doug Collins takes Michael Jordan in Jordan's like 5th year to the Eastern Conference Finals. It's Jordan's first Eastern Conference Finals against the Pistons.
It took Jordan 5 years to get to the conference finals.
I think his first one was in '88.
That's encouraging.
I think he was drafted in '83, I believe.
That sounds right. That's encouraging. Thank you.
So if Ant is his son, you should only follow.
What does that mean?
Michael Jordan.
Exactly. Let's go.
So, Eastern Conference Finals, team that hasn't had success in a long, long time. The 70s, the 80s, Chicago Bulls. I think they were like the team known for doing the most coaching. Fire Doug Collins, hire Phil Jackson. I'm not saying that there's a Phil Jackson out there for us to hire.
Sure.
But there's a couple more instances. I laid this out in the text message, but I don't think you have to be beholden to Chris Finch because we've had this success. I think there's a lot of red flags with Chris. I think that he's done a great job. I think that he's respected.
Yeah.
But I think there's his lack of an offensive system. The Tibbsian
minutes,
desire
rotations,
to play people, the starters like late into the game. Like to me, it's kind of inevitable that there's going to be some sort of Derrick Rose situation with him, the way he plays the starters.
Oh damn. Okay, yeah, we got to fucking hope not. I know we've had our scares with Ant. I agree though that he should not be given a full pass based on his accomplishments to this point. I do agree with that. And that's not even me saying we need to move on. I've thought about it. I don't fucking know. There's been games where I'm just like, yep, get his ass out of here. And then I look at other games or the culmination of the last 2 seasons, and I'm like, shit, like I'd like for this to continue. But is he good enough to get us over the hump is a fair question, I think.
Yeah,
I think
fair
he's...
question. I could very well
I don't
be wrong,
know.
too.
I don't know anything, but he seems very well respected in the coaching community.
Yeah, around the league.
I do, and yeah, I do argue where it's just like I don't want to be afraid what's on the other side, but
Yeah.
it's like how much more improvement can we get with someone untested?
Sure.
But this offseason is going to be pretty defining where we saw all of these playoff-bound teams go and fire their head coaches before the playoffs even start.
Which was
So
crazy.
these guys are getting ahead of the ball. I wonder who they wind up with. You know,
point.
maybe Mike Nori leaves for somewhere, but the Knicks made it to the Western Conference Finals.
Yeah.
Fired Tibbs. This will be a really interesting offseason to look back on.
It's true.
To just see the teams that stuck the course and the teams that made a change.
And what's funny is, I bet you if we were to fire Finch, I bet you one of those teams hires him.
New York would for sure.
Yeah. New York is interviewing Mike Nori.
Mm-hmm.
So that would
I hope
be
he
a
gets it.
that would be a bummer. Yeah, all the best to him for sure. Me too. I hope he has that opportunity, but that would suck. That would be a big loss for us. Okay, good shit, guys. I want to just to wrap the NBA up. The draft just happened. Cooper Flagg was taken number 1 overall by the Dallas Mavericks, and there were a couple quotes by GM Nico Harrison about his number 1 pick. That, of course, he tried to loop in with his trade of Luka, and he just sounds fucking stupid to me. And so I just want to read these. He says so he's being interviewed after they make the first pick. He says with a grin that he, quote, is hoping and assuming that some of the public backlash directed towards him will subside now because he took Cooper flag with the first pick. Okay, good.
Genius.
Yep, genius, right? Before that, this was Nico Harrison on the Mavs winning the lottery and the right to draft Cooper flag despite the 1.8% odds. Quote, "Fortune favors the bold, so exciting things fell our way."
Oh, I'm glad you made the deal with the NBA and the Lakers.
Yeah, very, very
outta
fucking
here.
bold of you,
Come
dude,
on, dude.
to luck the fuck into the first pick. Shut the hell up. Oh my God, I couldn't believe that. I was like, this guy is so tone deaf, but also
This
hilarious.
sounds like Key talking about basketball.
Yes, exactly. Shout out Keith.
Shout out Keandre.
Seriously, he sound again very tone deaf, and I don't know how he doesn't see that. And because of how wishy-washy his response to everything seems, it makes me think it was a fucking deal stricken in the NBA. Yeah, trade Luka and we'll give you the number one. Get Luka to LA, we'll give you the number one. Sure. Seems weird. Did you guys watch the draft, and did you hear that as soon as they swept into Adam Silver walking out on stage, he was getting booed, but the hot mic picked it up perfect, and it said, "Dallas at number one was rigged." That was great. Yeah, someone in the fan just nailed it, or a fan in the crowd nailed it. It was great.
Good.
Yep.
Fortune favors the bold.
Seriously though, like you're not bold trading Luka Doncic. You're fucking stupid.
Sounds like a Raid Shadow Legends ad or something.
I agree.
You know, just like passing them on Instagram.
That said, the Mavs could be fucking good this year.
Sponsor us, Raid Shadow Legends.
Please. Fuck off.
That'd be nice.
Okay. All right. Let's no more NBA.
God, that's the worst fantasy football trade I've ever gotten in my entire life.
You just got a fantasy football trade offer. Please.
I'm gonna share it to all of our socials.
Yeah.
But it's a dynasty league, and someone wants Marvin Harrison Jr. really bad. They're willing to give up Aaron Rodgers.
That's so fucked up. That guy should be slapped. Who is it? Who is it? Brandon?
Gee.
Did you just offer Aaron Rodgers? Are you trying to
Well,
be
he
funny?
keeps turning down all my good trades, so I thought I'd
okay.
throw him
All
on.
right,
Chris
good, okay.
Olave's a good trade. That dude's a touch away from being in a coma.
He's
Listen.
not hot anymore. He's mediocre now.
Yeah.
I offered you better, and I'm offering you a first round and a second round pick. I'm offering you a lot.
Anyway, guys, NFL, a little bit of NFL deal. Let's move on to the NFL. Caleb Williams had something to say about Green Bay fans. Did you guys see
Let's
this?
go.
Quote,
Maybe.
and I quote, Caleb Williams, "They suck."
Okay.
Let's go. That's my Dynasty League quarterback.
Was that his deep analysis of the team? They just suck.
I don't know. It was a headline, and I loved it. So
Kiss the rings, bitch.
that's all it took. Damn it. Damn it. All right. So that was my Packers news.
Wow, what a burn.
I have no Vikings
The
news.
burn cream.
I have no Vikings news, but there is some NFL news. Justin Tucker, 10-game suspension.
Not enough.
Thoughts, Doc?
Not enough.
Not enough, right? So if we're going off numbers here, so I want your guys' input here. Deshaun Watson, 24 allegations, 11 games. Justin Tucker, 16 allegations, 10 games.
Sounds like somebody got off.
Sounds like okay. God damn it, Brandon. That fucking grin. Okay. Thoughts?
No. Let's move on to the next segment. That's it. That's all we're doing there. Like,
All right, that's fine. Okay. Okay.
I think we need to suspend Brandon for 12 games. Now.
Brandon, you're on 12 games now, my friend.
Suspend him.
Suspend him.
Well, get your lube. It's going to take a lot.
Suspend him.
Suspend his ass.
Okay, good job, guys. All right, we won't talk about it. Let's forget it. Second rounders. This is a recent Adam Schefter tweet. Heading into this is as of today, 4 hours ago from the time this is recorded. Adam Schefter tweets, heading into the weekend and less than a month from training camp, only 2 of the 32 second-round draft picks have signed. Cleveland's Carson Schwessinger and Houston's Jaden Higgins. Deals are stalled over whether or not contracts will be fully guaranteed. These are second-rounders. and only 2 of the 32 picked have signed. It's kind of crazy. I don't know. I have no opinion on it, and I don't know the inner workings of why that is, and I can't provide any insight on it.
It's because they want fully guaranteed
Well,
contracts.
for sure. I don't know if they're right or if the teams are wrong or vice versa. But it's crazy that only 2 of the 32 have signed.
I mean, this is what it's going to take. If they want change, they're doing exactly what they should be. All of them are.
Power to the players?
Yeah.
Sure. They've worked this hard to get to this point. They got drafted. Pay them. Are all the first rounders fully guaranteed at this point?
Yeah.
They are? Mm-hmm. And now the second round. Okay. Where does it stop? Third rounders? Fifth rounders? Seventh rounders?
I think
fully
it starts
guaranteed?
at the third round.
So third rounders fully guaranteed?
So Tom Brady in the 7th round, you're not fully guaranteeing that?
Listen, at the time,
At the time.
he wasn't even going to be the starter. It was Bledsoe.
Yeah, then he
Went
bled.
down.
You know,
So-
like you get a lucky streak, and I think Tom Brady did pretty damn good for himself.
Sure did.
No.
He did all right.
You can
I don't
You
think
gotta
so.
remember that well, Doc, as a fellow St. Louisians?
St.
Lucians?
Louisian. St.
What's the term for
St.
that?
Lucian.
Chubby Chaser, I think, is what they go by.
Is that-
Ooh.
Okay. I don't know. Should second rounders be fully guaranteed? I guess is the question here.
I think so.
I am all for all sports fully guaranteeing all contracts.
Yeah, basketball does it.
Baseball does it.
Baseball does it too. And as soon as you set foot on a professional baseball pitch, health insurance for life.
Yep, all sports leagues should do it. They all make enough money.
Which begs the question, why doesn't the NFL do it? Because it would cost them a fucking lot because they all got CTE. Probably.
I don't think I've
Like
ever
they have
heard
CTE
someone
by the
call
time they
it-
get to the league.
I think they should do an all CTE league.
Hey,
Crazy would that be?
Antonio
And then we
Brown
can
runs
and then
it.
we can really, analyze the product. That's a good.
I'm
not a-
kidding, of course.
No, you're not.
No, you're-
That's not nice.
No, that's who you
No,
are.
you're not. Okay. Aaron.
hurtful.
Okay. Hey, Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers quote, you guys.
Oh, God.
This
worth the
this
pick.
is him asked when, hey, when you're done playing? He says, quote, "I don't want the attention. When I'm done playing, you won't see me." And to that, I say,
That's the guy I want on my fantasy football team.
Yeah.
LOL.
he's finally
should
gonna
accept
go
that
on his
trade.
honeymoon, right?
Is he finally doing a honeymoon? I don't know. This dude has done everything to stay in headlines for his entire career, it seems. So it just seemed a little funny to me.
He's like, oh, my wife? You don't know her. She goes to another school.
It's so true.
My wife.
You don't know her.
You don't know her.
You just don't know her. Okay.
She's
Number
real.
one prostitute
She's
in
real.
all of Kazakhstan.
Speaking of fully guaranteed, Travis Hunter officially signed his 4-year, $46.65 million fully guaranteed contract. His
Hey.
$30.57 million signing bonus, paid entirely up front, sets a new record. This is a Schefter tweet, by the way, making him the first non-quarterback drafted first overall to receive his entire signing bonus up front.
And making him the world's biggest sucker for not signing a prenup.
What happened? Did I miss something?
He just didn't sign a prenup. He married whoever he married. I'm pretty sure she was dating another dude while they were together. And he's
Travis.
just smiling in the car, waiting for her to come out of the club.
Travis.
He
Prenup.
loves her, Doc.
Yeah,
We
Love at
want
first sight.
prenup.
that's fine if he loves her. She doesn't love him. She
Yeah.
loves that money.
Well, the thing is, he can have her take his cornerback salary, and he'll still be able to keep his wide receiver salary.
Do you think that's the position he'll be better at?
I think he'll be a better corner. But
Question: Did you, Trev and Jop? Did you? Are you in dynasty leagues? Have you had a rookie draft at all?
Nope.
No, he fell like a rock in ours.
Yeah, he went late first.
well, yeah, there's.
Yep.
I mean, I think there's an idea that he's gonna fill in more as like wide receiver 3.
And also play
Maybe
corner,
that
right?
means
Yeah.
he plays like 75% of offensive.
Yeah, that
snaps
didn't
instead of
totally
100.
surprise me at all. I think, well, especially when he's got Brian Thomas across from him. And if he's seeing limited reps at wide receiver, and I don't know that that's the case, but I feel like that might be the case. But Brian
I think
Thomas
he'll
is
still get plenty of work.
Brian-
but it's just-
Brian Thomas is
it's
real,
the
though.
scare of it's the scare of he's not getting as many routes. He's not going to
How
see as
does
many
that-
snaps.
How does that work, like scoring wise? If you start him as a wide receiver and then he gets like,
Yeah, do you get his
intercepted?
tackles?
If so,
Yeah,
This is
please
the-
explain.
this is the workaround. So in our dynasty league, no, because
don't
we
get
have
tackles.
because we don't have individual players. We don't have defensive teams. So those scoring settings are set to 0. But yes, if you are in a league where they have not changed the scoring settings for those stats to 0, you will get points for his tackles. And he's even more of
Message to all commissioners out there.
he's even more of an advantage because you draft him to put him in your individual defensive player slot. Because then you'll get all the stats as a
He
wide
can fucking put up
receiver.
30. Fuck
Yeah.
off. Oh my god. If
That's
you do
like
IDP,
sneaking,
oh my god.
So-
Taysom Hill in your
On
your
crack.
tight end slot.
Yeah.
Taysom Hill on crack.
So we need to make sure in 2.0 that needs to be changed. He needs to be ineligible for IDP.
I'll reach out to Cal. I'll make sure that's a good call. That's
Or
crazy.
make him eligible. That might be
What's
fun.
the
make him
over
fucking
under on him
eligible.
getting
Shohei-
CTE by
Shohei
week 4 in the NFL?
He's first overall because of it.
Yeah. God, maybe he would be. Goes for
What's the odds
$75
that
bucks.
He's suspended this
Sheesh.
year.
What's that, Chop?
What's the odds that he's suspended this year?
Suspended. Well, we should get that number before you take him first overall. That's a good point.
I think he gets CTE by week 4.
He's suspended for 8 games and then gets CTE. Bad season.
I'm
Bad
going
season
home.
for Travis Hunter. You heard it here first.
No, dude.
You heard it here first.
I think he's a bust.
Last NFL story. With attempted murder warrant still pending, Antonio Brown has apparently left the country.
Speaking of CTE.
You guys see this?
Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
It got to be more than that at this point. CTE is a hell of a
Brain injury.
brain injury. Yeah, correct. So I don't know what he's doing, but he's apparently out of the country because
I'm gonna do the Catholic thing and just I pray for you, Antonio Brown. I pray for you.
Thoughts and prayers,
Was it
baby.
from
Thoughts and
him?
prayers.
Like when he was shooting that gun in like a crowd or something?
correct.
Is that-
No, this is after
Yeah.
that. This is separate incidents. Yep. He has attempted murder since then.
Remember when he was so good at football?
One of the greatest receivers I've ever seen, hands down. This dude was
Yeah.
amazing. His
He-
highlight
he
tape
could
is
have been
so
the
good.
GOAT of receivers.
His
if he
highlight tape
just
is incredible.
wouldn't have gotten hit by who hit him that hard. That
Oh,
when he
multiple
was
people.
never-
Bengals,
No,
right?
multiple people. Vontez Burfict is probably the one you're thinking of.
Perfect is the
but
one I'm thinking of. Yeah,
Yep,
he-
uh-huh.
I think after that hit, he was changed for life.
Oh, he
There
killed him.
is theories like of all of his antics in quote started after that hit. There's a Redditor who keeps track of every headline that he's been a part of since that hit, and the list is crazy, and it's damn near 50 deep at this point. Let's not.
For like a variety hour, we should all go through and pick our favorite moments of his.
Yes.
'cause
Antonio Brown scandal.
him- Yeah, well, him arriving to Raiders training camp in a hot air balloon sounds like the funniest thing.
And then
ever.
getting hypothermia on his or what was it? What did he get
No,
on
he
his
got
feet?
that. He got that ice treatment on his foot.
Yeah, and
he
it gave him burns. Yep.
Yeah, ice burn or whatever it was called.
Yeah, totally. There was also
Dick in the pool for me.
I was gonna say, yeah, throwing dick-shaped things at the movers or whoever it was.
Oh, I'm
Jesus
just talking about when he
Christ.
whipped out his big old penis.
Oh
in
yeah,
the
nope.
public
So that
pool.
happened at the. Yep, exactly. No, there was a thing with. I think it was with movers or something. But him
That
and
is a
someone else
life-saving device.
ended up throwing like gummy dicks at these guys and not paying them or something. Like it, right? These are. I'm not making this up. I'm pretty sure that it was something along those lines.
Didn't he try to file bankruptcy for like 8
Yes.
times in a row?
Yeah.
I hope so.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, like he's on a roll. He's on an absolute roll.
That guy needs to fire his H&R Block guy.
He sure does. Okay. That's all I got for
Peace be
NFL.
with you, Antonio.
That's all I got for NFL. In non-sports related news, let's do this kind of rapid. Steve Burns, original Blues Clues host, is launching a podcast for grown-ups. That's a quote continuation of the beloved kids show. Are you guys interested?
No.
Me either. I loved Blues Clues. I have no interest. But Blues Clues was great. So more power to you.
Because every time you watch
Do
his
your thing.
TikTok, you think something's wrong with yourself.
Is
You
that
know,
right?
like- And then, well, yeah, because he's like, "Hey, how you doing?" Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah. Me too. Oh, I get that. And then you're just like looking in the mirror later, and you're like, "Oh my God, am I terrible?
Am I the
Am I,
worst?
am I a piece of shit? I'm a piece of shit."
Steve, are you calling me a piece of shit?
Steve's getting everybody in on this.
Steve.
Rainn Wilson's in on this right now.
Dang.
He's like, I know you didn't know the answers.
Seriously. Did you guys see the story? And I'm not trying to shed light on this because I think it was a serious accident, but there was a car crash by in Minnesota on Highway 61.
Of course.
Right. And the guy caused it, believed to be on mushrooms.
Fucking Dobby.
Oh, he was a Mario brother.
Not necessarily, but his name would suggest that he's just on mushrooms at all times.
I want to hear this name.
This guy's name, who again believed to be on mushrooms during Highway 61 crash that seriously hurt a worker. His name is Patches Magic Beans.
Yes. That's amazing. That's the best name I've ever heard of.
Just kind of makes sense, I guess. Which is
Patches Magic Beans?
Patches Magic Beans was his name. He was on mushrooms and seriously hurt a worker in a car crash on Highway 61.
He kind of sounds like maybe the second Disney character who has canonically had sex. Patches Magic Beans.
That guy's fucked. Absolutely, he's had it. It's a good point, John. So just wanted just wanted to include that headline. There's a guy named Patches Magic Beans who's driving around on mushrooms, so be careful out there.
Highway 61, man, nothing good happens there.
Seriously though, so careful. McDonald's international items, and every time I see these headlines, I just get super jealous because they just seem better. So these are some items that will hit Canadian menus soon.
Hey,
not here.
Okay.
Yeah, so this is for you, Jop. McDonald's adds McPizza Bites.
What?
Yep.
Are they
I just
pizza
got a
rolls?
McBoner.
Pizza rolls?
I imagined like bagel bites. That's what I have no idea. I really have no idea.
Oh, you don't have a
Little
picture?
brioche buns.
So, Jop, if you could do some research for us all, I don't know when this is happening, but keep up on your local McDonald's,
He looks
please.
glued right now.
Can you do a taste test live? Your first one.
It's
Can
like
you do a taste
Jarvis,
test on this
open up Pizza
podcast?
Bites.
Please,
Yeah, I guess.
please.
That sounds really gross to me, but
Okay,
Please,
but
do
that's
it.
not it. But that's not it. So there's McPizza Bites,
I'll
but
be
there's also
Patches Mc for pizza bites.
Patches
Patches
Pizza
McPizza Bites.
Bites.
They're also doing a Biscoff McFlurry, and that sounds fucking great.
Oh, dude, they look like little empanadas.
Do they?
Yeah.
Really?
Oh my god!
Can you share your screen somehow?
I'm gonna go swim across Lake Erie real quick. I'll be right there.
Is that a thing
Oh my
in
God.
Riverside, Trevor?
We're about to find out.
Brandon, you're gonna fucking
Here we
sound
go.
like the French bulldog
Look at
I'm
Trevor
watching.
sharing his screen. Super cool. McPizza Bites. There they are. They are.
Oh,
Yeah,
there
they're
you
like
go.
they're like bigger
They're-
pizza rolls.
Little
They're
calzones.
like pizza rolls, but they're the shape of an empanada.
Man, that's gonna cost
They're a
$25 at McDonald's.
In
It
Canadian.
looks so gross.
Okay, but what about a
But I'll
Biscoff
do it for the
McFlurry?
pod.
Jop, what about a Biscoff
pod.
McFlurry? That sounds great.
That sounds gross to me too.
Why?
I
You don't like the Biscoff
McDonald's.
cookies?
Yes, I want it.
I love those. I love those. You don't like them either, Doc?
Not in a McFlurry.
What's the whoa?
With
What's
ice
the
cream
big
with
risotto?
vanilla soft serve? That's all it is. It looks so good.
It looks so good.
Go back. I want to see that. I want to see that
Doc,
sandwich.
you don't think there's a Biscoff? Keep it
Where
up,
is it?
Trevor. Hold on, Trevor. Keep the
Bro,
Biscoff up, please.
The bigger Scott. Oh yeah, look at
Okay.
that
Lots of
thing.
mouths.
what else?
Oh, what are we
The big roasty?
What is that?
Oh, see,
Oh.
I would eat.
this is what I do with my egg McMuffin is I put the hash brown in the sandwich.
Yes, that's what I do too.
course you
But
do.
look at this plump
son of a
motherfucker.
bitch.
Oh my god.
That's a Germany special item that's coming to Canada. Job, you're fucking lucky, dude.
I hate
Look
that I
at that.
can't get an egg McMuffin at any. You telling me I can't get an eggy McMuffin at 10:35?
You don't need it now. Look at this beautiful thing. Picture a beautifully beefy burger, hickory smoked bacon, melt in your mouth, processed cheese, delicious cheese sauce, and the jewel on the bun is the golden roasty hash brown, served on a fluffy bun topped with rolled oats.
Good highlighting,
And
Trevor.
and it's time to say welcome.
Willkommen.
Didn't come in.
Trevor, look up the 88 Soul Beef Burger.
Hold up, I want to see this
Ooh.
teriyaki chicken sandwich. Fucking
We'll
who
get
has
there,
it?
we'll get there.
Who has
Look
that?
at that shit. I want
Japan?
that diarrhea now.
That's way better than the McChicken.
No, dude, that looks
I get that.
disgusting.
It does look like a fresh turd on a bun, though.
No,
doesn't
it's
it?
great. That,
no.
that looks like a better McRib to me.
Well, yeah, who's getting a
It looks
McRib?
gross.
The tastiest new sandwich touchdown.
Great.
Just, This copywriter is,
I guess,
fucking killing it.
He sure is. What were
the 88 Soul sandwich, Joppa?
Yup.
What's this about?
It's the Korea McDonald's specialty.
Oh wow, what?
Look at you type.
Trevor's quick.
Oh my god.
Come on,
Get to it.
Ooh.
Get to it. I want it.
That looks good.
Can't see it. Apps.
Oh yeah, look at
Yes.
that.
Is that
It's
eggs?
so
Soft scrambled
weird.
eggs.
Salad.
They do scrambled eggs at McDonald's in other countries?
What is that? Is that scrambled eggs on sausage?
Egg salad, baby.
Oh, it's egg salad on
No,
It's a burger.
I'm out.
sale. Oh my, no.
That mayo's like really sweet, I assume.
I'd try the shit out of that. This is like a dream of mine to try McDonald's international items, and we don't get them here.
Soft and savory egg cabbage salad, crunchy croquette buns, and
It was a
juicy-
cool. I was on
Oh, this sounds great.
It sounds like the second office needs to go on a retreat.
Yes, to McDonald's.
Are we making enough money yet?
Yeah, we are.
I really want to.
How do we make money on this thing?
Raid salad.
I really want to.
So anyone who's listening, if you go to thesecondoffice.com, there is a tab that says "Help Us Grow."
Please.
Please click that.
If you like what you hear, and if you don't
Hey,
like
my
what you
work
hear,
is outta here.
we still need your money.
Even if you don't like it, pay us.
Yeah, please.
Just tell me what you want me to fuck.
Tell me what you want me to fuck.
Or we can make a T-shirt about it.
Or
Yeah.
think of the kitties who need kitty food.
In the arm of an angel.
Boy. Okay. Any more cool McDonald items to show? I really like that, and I really wish I could try them. Trevor, you had it up. Is there any more sweet McDonald's items?
Are we the ASPC
That was-
dogs of
Podcast.
podcasting?
Oh, I hope so. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
Yeah, help us.
Yeah, I'll totally take that. Exactly. In the arms of a podcast. Okay. Last.
Oh, gee, give me some cash.
You guys know what hyperthymesia is? Nobody? Nobody?
It's a lot of something.
It's a lot.
Hyperthymesia.
Okay, there is a very rare condition called hyperthymesia. I believe I'm saying that right. Which gives a person the ability to remember every single day of their life.
Oh God, no.
Would you guys want this?
No.
I want that. I want it.
Give
Give me all the trauma.
It might help you. That's a good point, though, Brandon. Like if you can remember and comprehend it all,
Yep.
you can work through the
no need
bullshit.
suppressing anything, you know?
Well, and also, hey, what if you accidentally forget one of the cool things, and now you don't? I'd take
Yeah,
it.
all my trauma was super
I think
cool.
I'd take it.
It doesn't haunt me to this day at all.
Not what I meant, but
Yeah,
I
you
think I'd
remember
take it.
All your trauma.
I think I'd take it. I kind of want it. I think it'd be
Absolutely.
nice. You know?
Absolutely.
You know, no, because look, this is what's going to happen. Your wife inevitably is going to go, "Do you remember that one time?" And you're going to go, "Yes, vividly."
Damn it. Yes, I do. I'm sorry.
No, that's okay. That's okay. Because I think the good stuff will outweigh the bad stuff.
It immediately reminded me of that Black Mirror episode where you could wear the contacts and then
Oh, the
rewind.
recall.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so you could get rid of the he said, she said, right? You're like, oh, this is what happened. You're like, no, this is what happened. You're like, well, let's fucking rewind it and
No,
find
that's
out, right?
dangerous. I don't need that in my life.
Well, that's what I'm saying. But if everyone had it, not a good thing.
No, I
Well,
think
it,
it's great.
it holds you accountable at all times. That's not a bad
Absolutely.
thing. We might suffer from it, but it's not a bad thing.
No,
We might
You're
suffer
gonna-
from it, but it's not a bad
you're
thing.
going to tell me there's not a single person on this planet who is perfect.
No, probably not.
That's what I'm saying.
But I think that's the point.
No.
You don't
I
think?
thought
No.
Trevor was perfect before he.
I thought Trevor was pretty perfect. Yeah.
Suspended.
Just look at him.
Before I found out
Adorable.
he couldn't talk.
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah, I'm
funny.
perfect till I open my mouth. That's how it works.
That's how most women are.
Add a nickel. Who's
That's how.
yeah,
you
geez
might-
Louise.
Well,
Whoa, who's
Doc's
that?
been spending way too much time with Alec again.
No, it's on Doc now. It's not no longer me. Right on, take it.
It's
Good.
his basement.
This is Doc now.
It just brings out.
Yeah, don't come in this basement.
It breeds misogyny.
More like dungeon.
It breeds misogyny.
I mean, that's what our president's doing.
Hey, we love women. Damn it, Doc. Why do you even... God damn it. Okay. We're not going to end
When
on
you
that.
say it like that more, it sounds authentic.
Thank you. Hyperthymesia.
Love women.
Hyperthymesia.
You're in the second office.
I would like hyperthymesia to constantly remind me of all the
So,
positive...
do you know Microsoft's actually rolling that out? It's called Recall.
Ooh.
And it records everything. So if you're like, oh my God, I don't remember where I saw this, but I know it was on my computer, you can hit your recall button and it will pull up tabs of your entire time.
That's
Even if
awesome.
Hold on. Even if you erase your history?
Even if you erase your history, brother.
Shit.
I still want it.
Oh, shit. I still want it. What was that one video? From 8 months ago. Oh, shit. All right.
I still kind of want it.
I don't know where this went. All right. Anything else, guys?
Keep living the dream.
Yo, please end this.
Yeah. What? We can just dance. We can just dance. Everybody dance. Dance moves. Dance moves. Everyone's best Goofy impression. Maybe we'll just tell you to go to the website and check out our t-shirts.
Buy our stuff, guys. Secondoffice.com.
We're getting a cease and desist from Disney after this episode.
God damn it.
Or we'll be hired by Disney.
You never know. Disney? That's all I'll say. Check out the website. Check out the shop, the YouTube, the Instagram, the TikTok. Everything and anything. We're on it. Good to fucking see you guys, I guess.
Please help us grow.
Please. Please give us some money.
We really want to quit our day jobs.
We might get our lives together.
Gotta find out how to make money off this podcast. I really want to.
Gotta make money.
I just want to grow.